NBC27 Digital Now Center. This is Beyond the Forecast with your most accurate local meteorologists.
All right, good morning, everybody. We are now streaming live here from our Digital Now Center on this Thursday, and my goodness, what a morning it is for those of us that have been waiting for warmer weather and just a warm stretch of weather. This is it now, and we are excited about that. I know I am. And yesterday we had highs touching near 90 across central Pennsylvania, which is just phenomenal. And I know many of you are excited about that as well. So we want to get started and talk about weekend rain chances because we are at Thursday, and we wanted to talk about that and how everything is shaping up here as we move into the weekend. So check it out. Lewistown, we've got some sunshine here this morning. We've got some clouds mixing in a few locations, but for the most part, it is very, very pleasant out there. Let's show you Hershey. There's kind of a haze in the atmosphere. Some of that may be from the Canadian wildfires. Some of it just may be actual haze as the humidity is climbing here. So it looks like a nice morning. It is a nice morning as temperatures no longer in the 30s and 40s, but rather the 50s and the 60s. So good news there. We can see on the satellite loop here, we've got a few clouds overhead mixing in with the sunshine at times, but overall, it's perfectly pleasant, and I think today will be nice. Partly sunny skies, warming up probably to near 90 again, which is good swimming pool weather. We haven't been able to get in them. Most pools open around Memorial Day, and it was ugly into last week, but this week a different story. Temperatures in the 70s now for the bigger cities of Philly, Baltimore, and D.C. We're getting close. Harrisburg's at 69 degrees this morning and 66 in York. We've got temperatures that are a little bit warmer than they were yesterday at this time, and dew points are going up now, low to mid-60s. So it does feel more humid outside, and that's what we're seeing on our dew point charts, and that's going to be here to stick around, I think, now. 89 degrees yesterday. That is 10 degrees above the average. We really had no rain yesterday, but we still have a surplus for the year thanks to the wet month of May that we had, which is, by the way, the 10th wettest month ever recorded. And, of course, we know by now it's the wettest May ever recorded with over 10 inches of rain. Liddit's looking good, and temperatures will soar into the upper 80s again today. Persistence works best in this environment, so we're going to keep temperatures in the upper 80s and then warming up and turning more humid here into the day tomorrow as well. So the question now becomes, what is going to happen with this front, and will it impact our weekend here? We've got a cold front right here where I wrote the word thunder earlier, and there could be a few thunderstorms later today, I think mainly over the ridgetops. I know some people like to go out fishing in the evening. It should be pretty nice, and I want to point out right here, we've specifically mentioned ridgetop thunderstorms, and if you live east of certainly the river, but east of the ridgetops, I think you're going to stay dry if you have evening plans. Let's talk about that. Here's Precision Cast, and again, notice where the thunderstorms develop, and notice what time they develop. After dark, mainly in places like Fulton, Franklin, maybe up near Lewistown, and then as they push to the east, watch what happens late tonight. They just kind of fade away, and so we really don't anticipate too much of a storm threat today. Even tomorrow, the threat looks weak. Maybe a stray evening downpour or a quick storm, nothing severe. And then Saturday now, believe it or not, is trending drier. Check that out. We've got showers maybe in the morning, but watch what happens for the rest of Saturday. The front clears, things start to look a little bit better, and I know many of you worried about the weekend are looking at this going, yes, we did it. We got through the weekend without it being awful, and I do think so. I think Saturday morning could be damp, but after that, I think it'll be okay, which is good news. Those of you headed to the Avril Lavigne concert Saturday night at Hershey Park Stadium, it should be nice. 6 o'clock, partly cloudy for the tailgaters, 80 degrees, and then less humid by the time the evening rolls around and you're headed home. I'm going to try to get to that concert, and I am hoping for the best, and I think we will get it. I think the second half of Saturday looks pretty good. Temperature-wise, again, I think we're going to climb. The ceiling today is probably 90 degrees. I think the floor is, 86, 87. So it's going to be warm, staying mild tonight in the 60s, and tomorrow not quite as warm, but still in the 80s and likely still getting into the mid-80s as we look at the extended forecast. I really think by Saturday night, again, here's the front. Check it out and notice where it is. It has dropped south and east. So that's why I think the second half of Saturday we get some clearing. I think it looks pretty nice as we move into Saturday. And then Sunday, listen, I think some models are hinting at the chance of an evening shower. I still think most of Sunday looks dry, but we'll mention it. A cold front swinging through Monday and Tuesday will give us some storms as the humidity ramps back up. And then next Wednesday looks pretty nice. So the tail of the dew point chart shows lowering humidity over the weekend, but it does come back next Monday and Tuesday thanks to that front. And that is just going to help to fuel some of these thunderstorms. So when we look at the next 7 days, it's summery. I mean, daily chances of showers and storms. 89 today, maybe a late day thunderstorm over the ridges, a few storms tonight west of the river, and then staying humid, partly sunny tomorrow. Not a great chance of a storm, but there could be some around in the evening. Saturday morning, some showers, and then we clear out. I really think Saturday afternoon and evening look nice. 80 degrees. A stray shower on Sunday, turning less humid, and then a few thunderstorms here Monday and Tuesday of next week. I do like to take this time because we call this Beyond the Forecast to do a little bit more in depth. And there's not a heck of a lot to talk about, but let's show you the blend of models here from the National Weather Service. And when we look ahead, it's pretty seasonable. Temperatures in the low 80s for the most part, maybe getting back into the mid 80s by mid-June, but the model looks pretty consistent. The European model, if I pull that up, again, very similar, very similar. No heat waves coming. Temperatures very seasonable for this early part of summer, late part of spring, if you will. I do want to talk about the Storm Prediction Center here for a bit because the other question I get is, if there's going to be storms, do any look like they're going to be severe? And right now, I don't think so. So there's the Storm Prediction Center. The latest for today shows a marginal risk of severe storms across the northwestern part of the state. And again, we talked about that. Tomorrow, this has us in a marginal risk, which is the least amount, and I would agree with that. I really don't think there's any type of severe threat locally on Friday. And Saturday, look at where everything goes. It pushes to the south. So, yeah, I really think that for the most part, we're looking okay in terms of thunderstorms. Yeah, there might be one or two Friday evening and tonight, but I just don't see any large type of severe threat. You can always find us on abc27.com. Check us out on the ABC 27 Plus app. And thank you for joining us here on social media as well. We're everywhere you want to be. We are streaming all the time. And we are, of course, keeping you posted on your most accurate local forecast. Have a great Thursday, everybody. Find something to do to stay cool. We'll see you soon.